Joe Biden, I don't think he's a very nice guy. Vote for me so I can restore civility and make things normal again, you deplorable chumps. If you let him go, he says stuff like that, literally stuff like that all the time. This may be one of the reasons why he doesn't campaign very much. It's not because of COVID. I know that. He's got serious limitations. Sorry, we've all seen it. I have a feeling he's not the hardest worker in the world, something on the lazy side. But when he does get out there, weird stuff happens like this.
And by the way, we don't do things like those chumps out there with a microphone are doing, the Trump guys.
Chumps? Trump guys? You Trump guys are chumps? Bad move, bad move. I'm not saying it's deplorables bad, like Hillary Clinton said 4 years ago. I found it. Watch.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
Not funny, Hillary. Not funny at all. That helped torpedo her candidacy. For Biden, okay, it wasn't the worst thing that was ever said, but it wasn't good, and it should have generated some negative coverage. It didn't, because the media, they are coddling, they are protecting Joe Biden, and they are carrying him to the finish line in this race, big time. That's what it's all about. Democrats are counting on that. Joe can bank on it, really. And they're doing their best, the media. How are they doing it? Again, protecting Joe, no tough questions, and perfectly okay if Joe goes into hiding for a couple of days. And whenever President Trump shows up, they try to give him a hard time. Now, President Trump can handle himself just fine. He actually owns these people, but they still try.
You know, this is 60 Minutes. And we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't put on things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't verify
It's been totally verified.
No.
It's been, just go down and get the papers. They spied on my campaign, they got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie, and you know that, but you just don't want to put it on the air.
As a matter of fact, I don't know that.
Okay.
And you're out there.
So why don't you get back to your interview and let's go.
No, I don't know that. She was something else in that interview, but he was right. The president complained about the soft coverage on Joe Biden. And so far during this campaign, well, in recent days, Joe has been able to go on the national stage, 60 Minutes last night and the debate last week, and avoid these very serious and for him difficult questions about the hard drive, about Hunter, about this Lieutenant Bobolinsky who just appeared late last week. Joe, in any ordinary, healthy political culture, he'd be in serious trouble right now. But instead, he just gets to tout his economic plan on one of the biggest shows in television.
Nobody making less than $400,000 will pay a penny more in tax under my proposal.
That's a promise.
That's a guarantee, a promise. I give you my word as a Biden.
I was about to believe him, but then he said, I give you my word as a Biden. Joe, sorry. And by the way, what kind of room is he in? All right. What's he doing there? A lot of people noticed this online last night. It just doesn't look quite normal. Look, we've been all over Joe's house. We all have. We've been in the basement. We know what that looks like, of course. Joe's done lots of interviews from down there. We even know what the upstairs solarium looks like in his house. I've even gotten a peek at the backyard. But that room, there was something odd about it. I mean, I know Leslie Stahl was in the same room as President Trump, but was Norah O'Donnell in the same room as Joe Biden? I don't know. It looked like one of those green screen setup, perhaps. That's what a lot of us picked up on. Who knows? Who knows? In the meantime, again, he's able to skate by when there are serious questions about, well, I mentioned Bobolinsky. This is Tony Bobolinsky. Let's see him. He came out before the debate the other night. This man, it's a matter of public record, has done business with Hunter Biden. Okay, this is not some conspiracy theory. It is established. They know who this guy is. It is undeniable. And he says that Vice President Biden talked about business with his son right in front of him, about international business. And again, they just don't bring this up with Joe Biden. Talk about collusion, right? Collusion. This is a man who says Joe Biden is lying to the American people, and he has seen it with his own eyes. He's talked to him, and again, Hunter Biden. He was in business with these people. Remember Vindman, Lieutenant Colonel Vindman? He never even met the President of the United States, never even met him, listened in on a phone call that there were about 65 other people. And America had to stop what it was doing and listen to this drama queen for 3 days, wall-to-wall coverage, okay? Again, never even met the President of the United States. How about Don Jr., the president's son? He got a phone call. First, he got an email from a friend of his. And then there was a phone call, and then there was some dilapidated Russian lady who came into the office to pitch them on something. They threw her out. About 5 minutes later, they hauled him to Capitol Hill. He probably spent $700,000 on lawyers. He was victimized, Don Jr. was. This is a farce, all of it. We know what's going on. Here's very wise words from Congressman Jim Jordan, one of my favorites, by the way. Member of the House from Ohio. He was great during the impeachment. He writes this on Twitter. The media knows the Hunter Biden emails are real. They know it's not Russian disinformation, but they continue to cover up the scandal. And look at this. He cites the Washington Post. Their words. We must treat the Hunter Biden leaks as if they were a foreign intelligence operation, even if they probably are not. Even if they probably are not. Isn't that astounding? The media, Democrats, the whole swamp, they are all in on this. The only thing that the president can do right now, that Joe can't, that Joe won't, is work hard. And I think he's going to outwork the other side to victory next Tuesday. Take a look at this map, where the president has been in the past 2 days, okay? He is campaigning relentlessly. Gosh, that energy level he has. I mean, we haven't seen anything like it, ever. Joe Biden, what has he done in the last 2 days? One event in Pennsylvania. You compare the two men. That's wild, huh? Talk about a gap in stamina, in energy. Haven't seen anything like that ever in my lifetime. In the final stretch, you're supposed to campaign, right? Right? Hey, America, we work hard. And if we don't work hard, at least we work hard at the last minute. We all know how to cram for a test. All right. Well, back to the campaign trail, back to the few events that Joe has been having. He has been with his wife, Dr. Jill Biden. Not a real doctor, but anyway, she gets out there and she makes the case for her husband and says all kinds of things.
There are no do-overs. In this election, we have to believe that our communities are stronger than the challenges they face, because they are. We have to believe that our votes matter, because they do. And we have to show up right now, put our shoulders back, and work like we have never worked before. So Bucks County, will you join us?
All right, let's be honest. What was more annoying, the horns honking or Dr. Jill Biden's voice? I think I found another reason to vote for Donald Trump. We don't want her as first lady, okay? All right? Yeah, I think, no. I'm okay with what I just said. Meanwhile, Barack Obama was on the campaign trail this weekend, and it's almost like he's stuck in a time warp. You know, a lot of ex-presidents are like this. They're stuck in that era when they were president. No matter 10 years from now, if you talk to Barack Obama, he's going to want to talk to you about the years between 2009 and 2017. He's just trapped. 10 years from now, he'll still be wearing the clothes from that era. Here he was, again, he's not changing with the times, in my opinion.
And let me tell you something else about Joe Biden. Joe Biden's tough. You know, something that you can't really say about this president, he likes to act tough and talk tough. He thinks scowling and being mean is tough and being rude is tough, but when 60 Minutes and Leslie Stahl are too tough for you, You ain't all that tough. And here's another thing. With Joe and Kamala at the helm, you won't have to think about them every single day. There might be a whole day where they don't be on TV.
Where they don't be on TV. Wasn't he the head of the school newspaper at Harvard Law School or something like that? Be on TV. I don't know. I don't think he has it anymore. And that crowd, in their cars, whatever, they were not into it. I don't think it's going to make one iota of a difference, his campaigning, Barack Obama. They call him the secret weapon. It's not working out that way. All right, one final word. When you run for public office, it's tough. And I think it is tough on the Biden family. And we learned of a new Biden child over the past couple of days. Some did online. Ashley Biden was born. Her father was already a United States senator. And I think she's had it tough. And this is one of the bad things about running for public office. And I think the media has created a lot of this toxicity. But her diary, it looks like, has been posted online. I think if anybody finds a diary of anybody, the best thing to do is to return it right to the owner. That's the decent thing to do. And it's tough. It's tough. And apparently she's gone through some tough times, like we all have. Everybody knows pain. And I shouldn't have looked at it as much as I did. I'm not going to talk about what's inside. Again, I wish it was never posted online. And this is the public square. A lot of stuff gets said. And sometimes I say things I regret. And you wonder, gosh, part of the problem or whatever. So with all that said, I am going to recommend a book for Ashley Biden, the Charles Stanley Bible edition, Charles Stanley edition. It has footnotes and cliff notes and all kinds of explainers. And I think the solution to Ashley Biden's problems, whatever they are, or anybody's problems, really can be found in that book. Very much so. And I need to get deeper into it.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.